welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be working on our VW campervan build. So we are going to do stage 110 of Build a Campervan. 10 more to go and this model will be complete, which should be now next month, which will be in July. So really pleased about this, and also I know that payment's been taken for my next lot of stages for this build. So yeah, I think we've only got 2 or 3 after that. So yeah, this is going to be done quite quickly, which is going to be great. Can't wait to finish this one. We're working on some of the electrical systems for the rear today, so that should be quite interesting. Always love it when we do play with electrics, and we've got one of the doors to fit as well, one of the last doors, so again that should be interesting too. Anyway, I'm really excited to get on with this one today. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so here we have issue 110 is right tail light, left side door and right rear corner window. A lot going on today, I've got to admit. But the first thing we need to do is we need to bring over, I'd say it's like a light binnacle, probably. But what we need to do is we need to fit in these 2 LEDs. Now these 2 LEDs are going to do the same thing, so it doesn't matter which way, which one goes in where. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure the wires are in the direction they should be. So that's the first one in there. That's the second one in there. And then I just like to, if things don't fall down, I just like to make sure that they're pushed home just by pushing them in, don't damaging the wires. So I'm just going to push them home just like that. Okay, so now we've done that, we need to get this lens. Now we've got like a shorter bit at the top here there, and a longer bit down there. Now the longer bit down there is where the red bit of the lens is going to go. So that's just going to pop in just like so. Okay, so I need to bring the body shell across. So here we have the body shell, and we're actually going to fit this. So I'm going to try and bring the side camera in. Should have really got the side camera set up, but I didn't. My stupid fault. So here we go, side camera. Come on, work. No, that's it's gone to the overhead one for some strange reason. And the side camera, yeah, there we go. Had its cap on it. Right, so we need to fit this. Now this is going to go in. We want the orange indicator part upwards on this. So this is going to go in, just feed that wire through, and that's just going to sit in there like so. But we do need to screw this in from the inside. So let's sort that. I'm just making sure this is correct, which it is. Okay, so if I just take this off the desk, bring in my builder's cushion, because I need to turn this upside down. Okay, that fell out. It was this side. Make sure that the indicator's facing up. Okay, so with that in place, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some tape. Sorry you can't see this. Just try and bring that a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to put some tape on the outside just to hold that in place. And I'm just going to use a bit of masking tape just to hold that in place while we put a bracket in. Okay, so with that in place, we need this bracket next Now this is going to fit, we need to put it through the wires and it's going to fit on there just like that. Okay, now we've got different screws here. We've got BD08s and BP09 screws that we need to put in. So I'm going to put the BP09s in first because that's going to attach that bracket to the light fitting. And we just need 2 of them and they are going to go on the inside. So let's get one of them in first. Just like that. Just making sure it's fitted okay. That will kind of lock it in place for now. I might just have to undo that first one I put in. I'm just going to slacken that one off slightly because it's kind of moved the plastic. Then I'm going to put the BD08s in and then we can tighten all this up. Now I am going to use a bit of 3-in-1 oil on these. That's one in on the outside there. Need another BD08 screw. Just now that wire is going to hang there for a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll just tighten up these inner ones. Don't have to be too tight. I just want to hold that in place. Tighten up these metal ones. That light fitting's going nowhere. Okay, I'm going to just put that to one side. Just going to move the camera down, so I'm going to stay on this camera. The next 2 pieces we need, I just need to grab my parts which are behind the camper. We need these 2 pieces here. And what we're going to do is we need to pop this piece here, which I think is the fuel cap, and it's a round peg going into a square hole, so that's going to hold pretty nice. And then we're going to be fitting this, so if we just bring it over, you can just see where this is going to go, just in here. So this is going to go in like that, and then we need to secure that in with 2 BP04 screws. Oh, that was my bad. I just dropped something on the floor. Some of the bits we're actually going to be using in a sec. Okay, so that's BP04 in there. And that's a BP04 in there. Fantastic. Okay. So now we've done that, I am just looking. Right, so I'm going to turn this onto its front because we're going to be fitting this door here. So is that what we're doing first of all? No, I've missed a step, my bad. So we've actually got 2 things to fit onto this before we put these doors on. So with this around this way, we need to put a couple of bits on. So first of all, we've got this piece here. Now this is the rear seat stop. That's going to go in just on there. Now it's half moon shaped, so it can only go in one way, which does help. Just making sure that is fully in, which it is. Okay, and then the second piece we've got, this is just going to go, unfortunately this latch is covering it at the moment, it's going to go above it. So let me just see if I can just remove that tape to move in. Okay, so down there is a hole and we need to put this into place. Again, it's half moon shaped, so you can only put it in one way. Now this is where I find out if my fat fingers, as I do have fat fingers, can get this in without me using tweezers or anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use something here. It's a bit too small. Ah, dear me. It'll be sad when this has come to an end, because I really enjoyed building it. Okay, right, so that's in place. It's a bit hard to see. So we've got that seat stop, and that's supposed to be a door latch, window latch. Okay, so now I've got that in, I'm just going to re-tape up this, because I don't want them swinging everywhere. That was the back door. Right, so what we're going to be doing next is I'm just going to now move this to the correct way up, which is just like that. Because what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be fitting this side door that's been missing for ages. So the first piece we need is this bit here, and this is going to go on just down there into there, and that is going to be screwed in with 2 BP09 screws. So this is actually going into plastic. They do supply enough screws, so yeah, there's a bit more to do on this than there normally is, but it's still good fun. Now, what I might have to do is just kind of try and use a bit of gravity, but that might enable you guys to see this a bit better. I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. Right, it doesn't help when the hinge doesn't want to stay on. And it also doesn't help when the holes are not lining up perfectly. That's gonna really, I think we could have put this on a bit earlier, to be honest with you. And where's that gone? Oh, thank goodness I have a magnetic screwdriver, because that had fallen in between. Yeah, the screws on this are not lining up that good. I mean, I will get them in. Okay, so that's one going in. I'm going to get another one in. That's another BP09. I don't know, it's made that hinge a little bit wonky. I don't know why. Let's hopefully it doesn't affect the door. Let's make sure these are nice and tight, which they are. Okay, so now we've got that in place, we can bring our door in. Okay, so that's more or less lined up into place. I'm not too keen on how them hinges are lining up, but with this view actually it's a better view for you guys. Okay, so now I've done that, we need to put in some pins. So retrieve the left side door assembly in 78 and couple its hinges with those of the body, then insert the pins into, yeah, right, okay. So this is where the fun begins. So I'll try and do the top hinge first. So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting them on my smooth needle nose pliers so I can get these in. So here we go. Right, so we're kind of in the first one, and then we'll try and lock that into place. That's locked in. Perfect. Always make sure you insert these smooth side first. Now I don't know how this one's going to go, because this hinge is not looking the best with it being, I don't know, that hinge is just not aligned straight, but this might straighten it, I don't know. I'm also careful, I don't want to ruin the paint. Okay, so that's sort of lined up. I'm going to squish that home, hopefully. Alright, so the doors do shut. Okay, so now we've done that, we've just got one last bit to do, and it's the door tie. So if I turn this upside down, we've got this door tie here. We've got a door tie for it. So these are going in with BP09 screws. So what I found is, and you always fathom these things out towards the end of the model, and again I'm going to be painting these screws offline, so I don't have any black screws. I've actually got some screws that need to paint from when we installed this panel. I know it will get seen, but it's just little extras. It's just worth it in the long run. With that on, I'm going to try and get this now over this. So if I just bring it out a bit, the only other thing is you're just got to make sure that this doesn't twist. So just grab my tweezers. So try and come on, this should be an easy way to do it. It's easy if it didn't go back. Let me just put it, there we go. That's wedged a bit. So I can get this and then quickly hook it over. This is what I'm on about. Hook it over. There we go. Put that in. That's not twisted. Fantastic. Where's my screwdriver gone? And then put the other BP09 screw in. Oh, that's There's another one going in there. And another one going in there. And that door has a spin in it. That's really impressive. I just found that a bit easier doing it that way. I think all these doors and hinges will need adjusting, but definitely looking the part, guys. Absolutely. One bit I did miss off though, because hey, this is me. We do need to put, it does say in 110, we need to put, we've got a window to put in. So if I just turn this back over, you can just see this window. So it needs to be the window with these bars on, and this should just pop in to place. Should. There we go, and that's in place. And that's all there is to do in this stage. Wow, pretty much a lot to do in that stage, but it was definitely worth it to see the outcome. And if we look here now, if we just bring the camera up, we can see both those side doors finally in place, looking brilliant. And they do shut, they just shut, there we go. And this actually does work. I'm really impressed with that. Really impressed. So that is stage 110 complete. Well guys, that's it for stage 116. Thank you for tuning in. Now I do have another 2 issues, so I have 110, 111, 112 to go with this pack. But like I said, I haven't been notified I've been charged for my next one. So that will be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we'll get 3 in the last remaining pack. Wow. It's been a long time coming with this build, and there's a few that I did start together that are now coming to a finish. So the Muro, we started more or less at the same time. That's coming to an end. The Rossi, that ended a couple of months ago, but that was only 91 issues. And obviously we've got the camper coming to an end as well. So wow, and it only seems like yesterday that I decided to build them 3 models and signed up for them. So time flies by when you're having fun, guys. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as always, stay safe and bye for now.